Hi everyone, it's Rebecca here, and today I'm going to walk you through an introduction to our AI agent or AI automation assistant, Cody. Cody is accessible through our chat sections, and it allows you to build workflow automations through conversation. There are quite a few different ways that you can use Cody. You can ideate on your idea and come up with new ideas for workflow automation, even if you don't know what you want to build. You can easily edit and customize existing automations simply by asking Cody in the chat. Cody understands your needs so that it can build exactly what you want. And you can also just use Cody as a chat without building any workflow automations. For example, if you wanted to scrape a website and use Cody as a web agent, then you could do that and no graph would be created. Finally, Cody tests, debugs, and deploys your workflow automations for you without needing any technical configuration from your side. So let's go through each of these examples step by step. First, let's look at ideating with Cody. So as you can see, I've landed myself in the chatbot. And I'd like to come up with an automation that will help my recruiting tasks become easier. But I don't necessarily know what those automations will look like, so I'm going to ask Cody. So I've asked Cody to come up with 3 to 5 ideas for recruiting automations for me. So as you can see, Cody has come up with 5 different automation ideas for me that are to do with recruiting. For example, the first automation that Cody has suggested is an AI-powered resume screening automation. It would monitor my Gmail for resumes, screen candidates against any job requirements that I've set, categorize the candidates that are a strong match, send a personalized email back to that person, and give me a detailed scoring on their skills, experience, and education. So this is great if you've selected your email address, for example, as the place where candidates should send their CVs. I'm going to tell Cody that I'd like to build this. And the next thing that will happen is Cody will ask me some clarifying questions. Sometimes these will be questions about how often you'd like it to run, which Slack channel you might want to connect it to, or any specific focus areas for Cody. So as you can see, Cody has produced the graph for me, and I'm now being asked some clarifying questions on exactly what I'd like to build. These questions are designed so that you get to your ideal automation more quickly. In this case, I've been asked what position or job title am I hiring for? I can say community manager, what are the required skills, are there any minimum years of required experience, and so on. So this way, even little things that you might not have thought about are considered in the automation building process. And this just means you don't have to map out the nodes yourself. The cognitive load of actually going through all of this is done for you. Now let's say I'd like to customize an existing workflow. To do this, I can either ask in the chat with Cody, or I can click on a template and click Remix. Cody can also give you options to customize a workflow, but in this case, I've decided that I'd like to use Telegram instead of WhatsApp. And as you can see, Cody has revisualized this graph, but included the Telegram nodes instead of the WhatsApp nodes. So basically, anytime I want to do something, I can just ask in the chat with Cody. And even if I'm not sure what I want to do, I can still ask for ideas. So another core function of Cody is that Cody tests, debugs, and deploys your workflows for you. Typically, automation tools require you to configure the node. It might require you to have knowledge of JSON, and it will require you to do most of the figuring out to see what's working, or why it's not. Later down the line, if something breaks, you'll also have to go back in and try and fix what's broken without necessarily knowing where to start. CodeWords removes all of this confusion, and it tests and fixes for you. If for whatever reason your workflow fails, you can just ask Cody to fix it in the chat. You can basically do anything you want just by asking Cody. When Cody's finished testing and debugging your workflow, Cody will automatically deploy it for you. When this happens, CodeWords will give you some CodeWords confetti. Just like that. Cody takes away the need for any technical expertise and allows you to focus on the idea of what you'd like to automate. So the final thing to go through is how you can use Cody just as a chat. For example, if you'd just like to discuss what you'd like to automate without actually building it, Cody can help you with that. Or you can also use the CodeWords web agent, which won't involve building a new automation. So say you'd like to scrape a company's website page. In this case, I'm going to say I'd like to scrape the notion.com webpage to extract their key messaging and positioning. So as you can see, Cody has scraped the notion.com webpage for me without creating a graph at the side. And there we go. I have the full messaging and brand positioning scraped for me. When I'm just using the chat and I'm not building anything, I can click the button up here and it will open it out into a chat view for me. So that is a quick introduction to Cody, our AI automation assistant, and you can really do anything just by asking in the chat.